It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. Wherever you put it, you get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right, it follows the money. You don't need a pillow, you need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance if the market's going to collapse or your stock. Join my gang, philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know the stock market goes up 72% of the time? Then why is it that the retail customer, 80% of the time, have lost money? Because they don't know when to get out. And that's why I'm providing a product called my MV2 chart that solves that problem. It's always about when do I get out? That problem has been solved. Check it out, my MV2 chart. Don't miss it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, coming to me. Sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And I haven't looked yet at the stock market, but it's been going up at record clips. We have a tremendous streak going on, and that's only because of the optimism. They feel the optimism, and that optimism is creating a lot of jobs.
Boy, and he's right, but he's got to back off. He's trying to own the stock market. And by this summer, the stock market is going to correct. There's no question about it. It's going to correct. He said the right thing the other day. He said that we were in a mess. And he's right. He's right.
I inherited a mess. It's a mess. At home and abroad. A mess.
So let's think about this. He did inherit a mess. The first mess he inherited was the Federal Reserve. They're a bunch of liars. Yesterday and the day before, Aunt B goes to Congress and tells Congress how things are wonderful. So wonderful, she's going to raise rates. Remember during the election, she kept coming out month after month saying, oh, look at this. The economy's doing terrific. Look at this. Inflation, although it hasn't hit our target yet, going up, which means we're going to raise rates. This is a good thing. And boom, before you know it, all the Europeans would sell all their euros. And, of course, they're buying dollars because they got to buy stock, right? They want to buy our stock because she said, oh, things are good. The economy's wonderful. And look at this. We'll prove it by raising rates. So what did they do? They dumped all their euros. They bought dollars to buy stocks. The dollar went up. Then investors in the bond market, they dumped their bonds, bought stocks. So now you got the yields going up. You got the dollar going up. For heaven's sakes, what more do you need than to say, well, look how exciting and how great this economy is. But something happened this week. A little different. This time she went in with the same exact story. Look at this. Oh, boy, things are really good. Our country's doing really well. Oh, by the way, inflation has just about hit our target at 2%. So I'm going to raise rates. Things are fine. And guess what happened? The dollar didn't go up. There was no demand from Europe to buy dollars so they could buy stocks. They had no interest because they don't believe her anymore. They don't believe her that we have this wonderful economy. So not only did that happen, where they did not buy the dollars to buy stocks, but the people who weren't dumping their treasuries to buy stocks like they did before, they're dumping their treasuries to buy the gold. Why? Because the dollar went down, not up. Every other time, the dollar went up. And, of course, the yields went up on the treasuries because people were selling treasuries. And that's what happens when you dump treasury. The yields go up. The interests go up. So we had just the opposite because they're not believing it. How can Caterpillar have a record 50 consecutive months of declines, but their stock? We own their stock, Caterpillar. We've owned their stock now for more than a year. For more than a year. Almost a year and a half we've owned that stock. And it's going through the roof. It's going through. This year alone, the stock went from $60 to $98. I know our gang member has it. This one, 63%. 63%. So let's say we're up because when it hit red, we would take our profits and go back in when it was green. So let's say we made a 30% gain on it. But the stock itself went up 60%. But wait a minute. Prosperity without profits? There's the danger. Did go look at the VIX index, which is the fear meter, and it's down to 0. There's no fear in the market. But guess what? There's no volatility either. Every day the market goes up a little bit, maybe 1%. First it was going sideways in a 1% range. And then when he starts talking about he's going to do his glorious tax, he's going to do these great tax cuts. And then all of a sudden, oh, he's doing tax cuts? Wow, profits are going to soar. by at least $15. Wow, we got to buy more stock. So now the stock every day goes up 0.5%, 1%, every day 0.5%. Today it didn't go up. Today it went down because, again, people I don't think are believing. Caterpillar. Farm equipment. Take John Deere stock. Soars. But nobody's buying farm equipment. It's tanking. Farm equipment purchases are tanking. But the stock's going up. Everybody's buying stock. And again, no volatility. GM. Their sales gone down 21%. Ford down 17%. Chrysler down 37%. Of course. Because look at the household debt. Household debt is going through the roof. It's approaching the peak, a very peak that we had when the market crashed. It jumped $226 billion in this quarter, in the last quarter. $226 billion. At $12.5 trillion. Are you kidding? That's only $99 billion shy of the 2008 peak we hit when the market started to crash in 2008. So you got stocks that are going up. So you got prosperity without profits. These companies don't have to have profits anymore. Stocks, everybody just buys stocks for the sake of buying them because, whoa, we got to look at we went what 10% now, more than that with Trump, just because he's saying how he's going to raise he's going to cut taxes. This is just crazy. And today, Trump comes out and says that he starts owning he's starting to own this rally. How dangerous when he came out the day before and he said I'm inheriting a mess. Are you kidding me? Now, also investors are thinking the same thing's going to happen as did for Reagan. After Reagan tax cuts in 1986, the S&P rallied 40% in 9 months. So they're saying, oh, that's got to happen again here. Well, wait a minute. This is not 1986. Things are different. It's different. The values are too high. Look, let's look at what drives a stock value. What drives stock values? Money going in, right? But what else? Taxes, earnings, the big one, earnings growth. How about dividend payouts? Yeah, that's another reason why stocks go up. And volatility, which we don't have any. But we're showing that stocks are too expensive now. We've had such a 230% rally in stocks since Obama. Another, 10% since Trump. And there's no profits. And we're valued at 19.6 times earnings. We're at about, our earnings, our forward earnings are about 20% too high. No matter what you look at, none of this is making sense. And the economy is in the worst shape it has been since the last financial crisis. But Yellen says, hey, I'm going to raise rates. Everything's fine. There's no inflation. Oh, my target's 2%. No inflation? Rice, pasta, cornmeal. Hey, we're up 40.3%. Bread, how about bread prices? 38%. Snacks, up 38%. I can go on and on. Apples, up 36%. Frankfurters, up 35%. But she's going to raise rates because things are good. Because, we haven't hit her inflation target. The inflation target, when you hear about CPI, most people don't understand what's going on. What a fraud. What a fraud. What they look at, the head of the Fed, they look at the CPI, which measures how much prices are going up. And her target, she always says, well, if prices go up and hit my target 2%, I'm going to start aggressively raising rates so I can cool things off. She's saying we haven't hit the 2% yet. What are you, nuts? We'll be right back. 15 past the hour.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated, so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery.
When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell?
At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner retired to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? Caterpillar has been losing money for 50 months in a row. Same thing with John Deere, okay? But both their stocks are soaring. So you don't have to make any money to move your stock up anymore. Really, this is true. Now, does it mean you stay out of the stock market? No. Are you kidding? You missed a 230% rally by staying out of the stock market for being scared. Now, don't stay out. And I know why you stay out, because you're always afraid you're going to get killed. No matter if you're making money, you always give it back. I understand that. You did that with the dot-cons. You gave all your money back in some. Housing con, you really got killed. This is the QE con. It hasn't blown up yet, but you're going to get killed here. But no more, because all you got to know, if the stock is going up, when to get out. And that's why I developed my MV2 chart, so you can get out, so you know in advance to get out. Nobody else has this. I designed this. Okay, so that because I know why people don't go to the stock market anymore, why they stay in now, why we dropped from 62% participation down to 42%, a 20% drop after 2008 crash, because they're afraid. But they know they got to make money. They're not making money with Social Security. They're not going to retire with Social Security. There's no more pensions of companies. Those are all gone. So you got to get some income somewhere. This is the best place in the world, the stock market. But only if you know when to get out. And that's why I offer my chart. So I tell you to join the gang, $39.95. Check it out, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. You join the gang for $39.95, and then you see us using the MV2 chart, and then you can decide if you want it or not. There's nothing more beautiful, especially when you work all day long and you don't have time. That's how you're going to build wealth. After 4 weeks, if you think, I'm not telling you the truth, you're gone. Go. That's it. Okay. Remember, today is Friday. We'll take calls, and our number is 855-745-7445, 855-745-7445. And I'll put you on my color-coded chart and let you know what's going on. I have Craig and I have Lloyd. First, Craig. How are you, Greg? Greg, CX.
Good afternoon. I love your show, and I appreciate what you do for the community.
Thank you so much.
I'd like you to take a look at CEMEX. It seems like everybody's rallying around the steel stocks, and you go all across North America at any place they're using steel, they're using CEMEX, and there's always one of those red, white, blue CEMEX trucks sitting there. So.
Right. Well, in the last year, here, we've had a rally. This is starting from January here, the end of December. We rallied from about $3.72. We're up to right now, I think we're right around $8.68. Now, so that's 133% gain. Now, here's the problem, though, with the stock right now. You start seeing institutions pulling their money out. It turned red, so it's telling us institutions are pulling money out. The stock is starting to drop. What I would do if I was in the stock myself, I'd be taking my profits, and then if the stock got back up above its high of $9, let's say the high of, just use $9.50. If it gets back above $9.50 from where it is today at $8.67, then I'd go back into it. But right now, those kind of gains and just turning red, it'd be safe to take the money out for now and then put it back in.
I'm looking for an entry point. So,
in
other words, you would wait. Buy it on strength then.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to wait. Let this thing keep pulling back, and then when we see when it turns green again, and the institutions put their money back in, then we'll put our money back in. Yes, just wait.
I just want to say something to all the listeners too. I mean, you're doing the right thing, and you will be blessed if you start giving back because 8 years ago I was day trading and making a fortune, and I was the kind of guy that would return a piece of gum if it wasn't right. You know what I mean? Holding on, squeezing every dime. And I tell you what, God took every dime away from me, over $1 million. And now that I'm giving back all the time, it's just amazing what happens. It's just amazing what comes to you.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, and stay away from gum. That's the lesson. Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. We have Lloyd. Lloyd, how you doing, Lloyd?
Pretty good, Phil. Thanks for taking my call.
Okay. BBL, right?
No, I have CLD.
CLD.
It's a coal stock.
Okay, let me get the wrong stock. CLD. Okay, gotcha. CLD.
And the reason I was looking at these is because today Trump signed a executive order removing a lot of the EPA restrictions from the mining industry.
Yeah.
And I was wondering how that's going to affect the coal stocks.
What's going on right now? It started to turn green. It was really red. I mean, this thing's been red going back all the way back to November. Institutions were pulling the money out of this thing left and right. It started to turn green. Yeah, it started to turn green again back in January, and it's still green. It's pulled back a little bit today, but it's green. It means institutional money's coming in. I would buy a little bit of it if it gets above $6.59. Okay, you look 659. That right there, you get above all the resistance. Okay, you get rid of all the sellers. But it has turned green. Yes.
Now, what do you think though about the? Because I was looking at another one that you can't pull up because it's so cheap. I guess it dropped in price. It's one of those ones that are down in the cellar still. Peabody Energy, and or Peabody Coal. It's BTUUQ.
Yeah, the problem with that is the pink sheet. Stay away from it. That's a pink. Stay away from the pink sheet. This one's better. Okay.
Yeah. But that one, it went up like after he signed that thing. I got on my platform and everything.
All right.
And it went up like 38 cents.
Yeah, I know, but stay away from the pink sheet. Stay with CLD, and that's because all the big investors are in CLD. The institutions like J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs and BlackRock, they buy the big boys, so that's where the money is, okay? Thank you for your call.
Right.
Really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, always try to stay with the big stocks. Stay with the big names. I'm not saying you can't make money on these pink sheets. I'm not saying you can't. But it's very dangerous because you don't have the institutions behind you. Okay, I'll take one last call. We're running out of time. All right, I will be back with more calls. It's 28 past the hour here in Phil's Gang. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Feel safe because you'll know when to get out with our chart. Believe me, it's true.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money. The hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart as low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. If you're a Phil's Gang member or a fan of the Phil's Gang Show, then you need the all-new Phil's Gang hat. Now available in a variety of colors and cool comfort styles for only $25. You can show your Phil's Gang pride with the stylish Are You Nuts hat or Phil's Gang logo hat. Don't wait. Go to philsgang.com and click on the shopping cart icon to order your hat today or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know the stock market goes up 72% of the time? Then why is it that the retail customer, 80% of the time, have lost money? Because they don't know when to get out. And that's why I'm providing a product called my MV2 chart that solves that problem. It's always about when do I get out? That problem has been solved. Check it out, my MV2 chart. Don't miss it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil's subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Caterpillar hits new records. 50 consecutive months it's losing money. Same with John Deere, losing money. But guess what? Their stock keeps going up. Nobody cares. Just buy, as Jim Cramer says. Keep buying. What are you, nuts? Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Household debt jumped $226 billion in the last quarter of 2016 for $12 trillion total debt. It's only $99 billion shy of the debt that we hit in 2008, and the market crashed then. Market continues to go up. As long as at the same time, our debt goes up, which is driven by what? Credit card debt, auto loan debt, student loan debt. Auto loan debt is over $1 trillion right now. Auto loan, and we never had delinquencies this high in auto loans or in student loans. But nobody cares. Nobody cares because the market just keeps going up. And you know what? You shouldn't care either unless you have a chart the last few callers didn't have charts, and they said, well, I'm buying coal because Trump just signed an order for coal. That's not why you buy coal, because he signed an order for coal. Okay? You look and see if the institutions are putting the money in. If it turns green, you buy. But the most dangerous thing is that you got to know when to get out. And I'm the only one that's designed a chart to get you out that turns red. Don't buy stocks based on that kind of noise. That I'm buying coal because he did something. Say to me, I'm buying a stock because I see it's turning green. I see that JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs are putting money in the stock. That's why I'm buying it, not because he signed some coal deal. Please, or you're going to lose money. But the important thing is, when do I get out? Okay, let's take a couple calls. We got Ray, we got Rackus, and we got Art. Art, how are you, Art? UA, good stock. Go ahead, Art. You're on the air.
All right, thanks, Phil. I just wanted to let your listeners know, since June with your software, I'm up over 50%.
Wow, thank you very much.
A lot of the stocks that I've been going for are usually getting at least 10%, and then I'll usually take profits. But anyway, I just wanted to find out what you thought about Under Armour.
Yeah, well, that's one of the stocks we've been really watching closely because we think this is a great opportunity. We just started to see that after this thing collapsed, we're starting to see institutions putting money back in. We're starting to see them put money back into this stock. And on my chart, in the last 3 days, this has turned green. We don't have enough buying power yet, but yes, this is a very good stock to keep your eye on. If I get 3 or 4 more days, and I can get some good buying power in here, some good pricing power, absolutely. We're going to be buyers of UA, but not right now. But you're on the right track. I would do this, though. This trading at 1968, I would put an advance order at $22.07. So if it breaks above 22.07, that stock will then continue to go up because you're above all the bad stuff, okay? But yes, you caught a good stock, but not now. Don't buy it now.
Oh. Can I say one more thing? Remember,
sure.
A couple weeks ago, I called about Bud. And,
Budweiser.
Yeah, it's starting to move, just like you said.
Yeah, Budweiser's moving. Remember, our Johnson & Johnson's really taken off.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the 2 stocks we talked about a couple of months ago, and they're really doing well. Thank you very much for your call. Yeah, Johnson's doing well. We got next, we got Ray, and then we got Rackus. Ray, how are you, Ray?
Yes, thank you, Phil.
No problem.
Thanks for your great show.
Thank you.
I heard of a stock, it's called symbols KOPN.
I got you.
And it was recommended by this Harry Boxer. He was on a radio talk show.
Mm-hmm.
And he's supposed to be pretty famous.
Okay. Well, let's see. Okay. Well, let's go back, and you may be a good guy and all that, but let's see if the institutions are buying. That's what we want to see. Okay. So he may be on to something. Well, here's the thing. They just started buying the stock. Okay. It's just starting to put a little bit of money in the stock, but not enough to get us excited right now. So I would watch it. Okay. But there's a lot better stocks out there right now. Okay, there's so many better stocks. There's than this stock. You can, for example, like Budweiser has been terrific for us. Johnson & Johnson. We got Under Armour. That's a better stock, Under Armour right now. So there's a lot better stocks out there than this guy. But yes, if you're interested in it, money's coming in, but it's not the greatest stock right now. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. And last caller, Rackus, FOSL.
Yeah, FOSL.
Got you covered. FOSL. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at. And what are you doing with this guy? Hello.
Can I buy? Yeah. Can you hear me?
You're looking to buy it, or are you in it?
Yeah. Well, I want to buy it.
You want to buy it? Okay, good. All right. I'd wait a little bit. It just turned green. We just got some institutions coming in the last 3 days. I want to see it. Right now it's at 2065. If it can get up to 2389, I'd be a buyer at 2389. I wouldn't buy it today at 2065, even though we got 3 days of green. I'd buy it at 2389 as long as it still stays green, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you very
sir.
much. Okay. You know, the important thing to remember is this about stocks. Listen to me. Please listen to me. This gentleman, nice callers. One guy called because of President Trump signing a coal bill. Okay, that's fine. But remember, everybody knew that coal bill was going to be signed over a month ago. They already put their money in that stock. You had to get in earlier. Another thing, there's another stock that someone called about today because somebody famous, okay, was recommending it. Okay, those aren't the reasons why you buy stock. Someone famous recommended it, or because the president signed something. You buy a stock, okay, on a chart, using a chart, if you want to be safe, is when the institutions buy it. Okay, as long as the institutions are buying it. And what we teach you with our MV2 chart, yes, it's green. You buy when it's green, but there's also another little signal we line up for you. Okay, it's called a crossover. It's just a little tiny signal, and when those both match, now it's safe to buy because they're buying enough of the stock. This chart is designed to follow the money, and it's designed to make it so easy. Anybody can do it, but you got to get away from this Wall Street nonsense of storytelling. The storytelling they tell you, that's not why you buy a stock. And if you buy stocks without a chart, you got to be real lucky to make money, because any stock you buy, you got to have a business plan. Every stock you buy is like a little business, like you're buying a little business. Think of it that way. And every business you buy, if you don't have a business plan and you don't follow that business plan, you're going to go broke. And the business plan in any stock, in any business, when do I get in and when do I get out? When do I buy the business and when do I sell my business? It's the same thing in stocks. When do I get out is the most important thing. How do I get out and keep my money? That's the most important. An idiot can buy a stock and make money. Anybody can buy a stock and make money. Especially when there's noise, when someone says Trump signed something, okay? Anybody can make money. The genius comes when you're disciplined and you don't have that greed, and you're disciplined, and all of a sudden you see it turning red, and that's telling you, and don't listen to anybody, it's telling you the institutions are pulling their money out. God, if I could just get that across to everybody in this country, I mean, it would just turn your life around. It would. There's no better place. Where else are you going to go into an organized market where there's so much money, you can buy it in a split second, and if you want to sell it, you can find a seller in a split second. Can you find a seller for your house in a split second, or your car? No, you can't. You can in the stock market. You just got to know when to get out. Please, 877-600-GANG. Join me. I'll help you.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Hi, this is Ron from Washington State, and I subscribe to the Phil's Gang MV2, and I just wanted to let Phil know that right after the election, I made a $7,000 profit using the MV2 on Wells Fargo stock.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years, and very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I've been a long-time Phil subscriber, and I just want to recommend it to anybody out there. I think it's a wonderful tool and works very, very well.
Don't wait. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. And wherever you put it, you get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right, it follows the money. You don't need a pillow, you need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance that the market's going to collapse or your stock. Join my gang, philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Here comes a new president, new beginnings, and new hopes, which can also bring volatile times. Many investors get spooked and begin to question their investments. But the thing to realize is that market volatility is inevitable, and it's a great opportunity to get in the stock market. No one at philsgang.com will tell you when the market correction is coming, and we will not promise you you're going to get rich, but we will guarantee you a good night's sleep. At philsgang.com, our number one goal is to inform investors who want to learn and invest in the stock market. We provide daily investment teaching strategies and the analysis of charting the stock market. You are informed around the clock with market webinars, market updates, working investor programs, and financial updates throughout the day. Plus, you'll enjoy the Phil's Gang customer service. Be prepared for market volatility and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call, 877-600-4264.
Manufacturing hits an 18th consecutive annual decline. That's right, in productivity. Caterpillar, 50 consecutive months, no profits. John Deere, same thing. But stocks keep going up. Stocks keep going up. Because the market, the stock, your stock is no longer connected to what it does. Your stock has nothing to do with its PE ratio, with its price to book, its profit margins, its operating margins, especially it has nothing to do. And years ago, we always would look at a stock before we'd buy it, and we'd always make sure, I've been doing this for 40 years, we'd always would make sure how well is management doing? We would look at the return on assets he was getting. We'd look at the return he was getting on equity. No more. Doesn't mean anything anymore. Doesn't mean anything. Because we now have what we call bubble masters. They created the dot-com bubble, the housing bubble, and now the QE bubble, and they all blow up. Now, does it mean you stay out of the stock market? Well, a lot of people did after the dot-com, after the housing con crashed. They lost all the money they made because they didn't know when to get out. And that's when I decided to do something about it. And I decided to build a chart that would tell people that, look, Vanguard, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price, and the rest of these guys, J.P. Morgan, the 9 largest banks, the hedge funds, the insurance companies, when they were pulling their money out. Give you an example. We had a nice caller, and I think all the callers I really thank all the callers for calling in. Thank you so much. And one nice caller talked about why he wanted to buy some CX today. And he asked me, and here's why he bought it.
President Trump, we thank you very much for everything you've done for us. Everything that you're doing for our industry is very much needed. I've been mining in this industry for 40 years, and this is a very exciting time for our industry. Thank you very much.
Now, that's a wonderful thing. And he signed an executive order, and we all should be proud of that and all happy about that. But the gentleman wanted to buy the stock today because he signed the order today. See, that's not how it works. And when I looked at the chart, I could see money's been coming out for the last 6 days. Now, how did I know? See, because when these institutions, these 9 banks and the hedge funds and the insurance companies, when they buy stocks, they have inside information. When Trump became president, they knew he was going to sign this. They got inside information. So guess what? The stock turned green. Guess when the stock started turning green? In January, on January 17th, they knew he was going to sign this. And then it went up. The stock went up, and then it went up about 6-7%, and it turned red last week. So you have to buy it before the news. See, you buy it on the rumor he's going to sign it. The rumor he's going to sign it. And then when he signed it, the money came out. So that means these institutions, T. Rowe Price and Bank of New York Mellon, JP, they made money on the rumor getting in January because they knew it was going to happen because these big companies have big inside information. That's why my chart is designed on a color code, not based on what the company does. I don't care what the company does. See, here's the problem. You got to start thinking. We are now in bubbles. We have a bubble master. What are bubble masters? These are the people that own a private company called the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is no more federal than Federal Express. These are the gangsters. These are the richest 200 people in the world. Elon Musk, Sergey Brin, Warren Buffett, Cohen, Icahn, Ronald Perelman, George Soros. These are the guys that own this private company called the Federal Reserve. It's a banking cartel. They decide when interest rates are going to go up on the money they borrow from themselves and when it's going to go down. So these bubble masters started back under Greenspan when Reagan took office and Reagan put in charge Greenspan. Volcker resigned, remember, 79, and he turned it over to Greenspan. Now, Volcker had a lot of integrity. That was the time when Reagan took over and things were terrible. The economy was bad. He wanted to get things going. So he puts Greenspan in to be charged of this private company that's a bank that has all these, the richest people in the country own it. And they decide when rates are going to go up. So what they decide to do, this gangster, unlike Volcker, he says, I'm going to have what we call the CPI. We're going to measure the interest every month, and it's called the CPI. And I'm going to tell people we got a target at 2%, and I'm going to keep loaning all my friends here, all the owners, Warren Buffett and Cohen. I'm going to give them money almost for nothing. I'm going to keep loaning the money to them, and I'm not going to raise rates on them because I'll say, look at the CPI, look at the inflation. My target's 2%, it hasn't hit it. So what did they do? He'd always say, oh, no, I'm not going to raise rates yet on the money I lend them, because inflation hasn't hit my target. Well, inflation was at double digits when he's saying it was at 2%. So who's making the money? These guys are borrowing money free. This goes back to the dot-com. So as the dot-com prices were going up and up and all the hot stocks were going on, these guys were speculating because he kept on, Greenspan never raised rates. So what happens in a bubble? So when the dot-com goes up, at some point, there's no more buying. You can't keep buying everything forever. It stops. And when it stops, these guys get out. When it stops, the pricing of what you're buying, the dot-com, stops going up. That's called inflation. He's saying it's inflating it hasn't hit his target at 2%, giving him an excuse to keep loaning the money free when inflation was at 10%. So now nobody's buying the dot-com stocks anymore, and the price deflates. And when that's called deflation, price deflates, people lay off people. And the idea is whoever's ahead of the Federal Reserve should lower the rates. So to stop this market from going down, because if you lower the interest rates, that stimulates new buyers to come in and buy. Well, wait a minute. If you never raised rates, you didn't raise rates over 4 years because you lied and said the CPI or the inflation or pricing hasn't gone up, hasn't hit your target at 2%, so that the owners always get cheap money because they never use their own money. What a deal. And when they're done and they pull out, guess what? It falls. And you can't stop it from falling because the chairman can't say, oh, I think I'll lower rates from 5% down to 3%. And then people will start buying. No, he can't lower because he never raised them. The same thing will happen with housing. And then when oil and housing went to from $45 to $154 a barrel, when gasoline went from $1.25 up to $4 a quarter, and then all of a sudden all this housing and pricing, they're flipping houses, buy it for $2.25 on Sunday, sell it the next week for $2.85. And then what did Greenspan say? Oh no, I'm not raising rates because my target's at 2%. Oh no, prices aren't going up. And then Bernanke takes over. He does the same thing. Says, oh, housing prices, you'll never see them go down. Oh no, I'm not raising rates because there's no inflation. It hasn't hit my target. Well, guess what? When gasoline went up to $4 a gallon, people decided I either got to pay I don't make enough money because my wages didn't go up. So either I pay my gasoline to get to work, I'll pay that, I'll pay my car payment, I'll pay my credit cards, but I sure as all hell don't have enough money to pay my mortgage, and then prices started to drop. They deflate. People get laid off, you're in a recession. Now we're in the same spot. The market's going up 220%, and the same people made $6 trillion. The owners of the Federal Reserve, a private company where they loan money to themselves, near zero, made $6 trillion. Now, Aunt B goes to the Congress yesterday and says, oh, we're going to raise rates. The economy's doing great. Look at the inflation. It's almost at my target now, 2%. So now we're going to raise rates. Well, we know inflation is 10%. It's not 2%. You go to the movies. Hey, how about you buy any flour lately? Go buy some flour. It's up under Obama. It's up 32% in the last 10 years. Under Obama, it's up 20%. Fresh whole chicken's up 18%. But wait a minute, I thought you said inflation didn't hit your target. It's near your target, 2%. So see what they do? The Federal Reserve is a private banking company that takes care of the boys. Who owns it? The owners. They keep getting money for free. And then they keep lying to everybody. The chairperson works for them and lies and says, no, there's no inflation. Here, look at my CPI. Look at what I got from the government. It's all they do. It hasn't hit my target yet. So yesterday, she said the same exact thing. But guess what? This time it was different. Instead of the stock market going up, instead of the dollar going up, the dollar went down. And everybody jumped to gold. They didn't go to stocks. They're catching on. We'll be right back. No, we won't. Have a great weekend. Fun my day.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.